Good morning, everyone, from Conconully, Washington. We're at Liar's Cove on the lower Conconully Lake. You know, the lower and the upper lakes are well known for their kokanee and rainbow trout fishing. The upper lake in particular has some big kokanee, 15 to 16 inch. This lower lake, though, is turned on this year, and there's reports from our members of larger fish. So my wife Joanne and our dog Diesel are excited to come out here and give it a try. So join us and let's go fishing. Getting the gear together, one of the things I've got is this Mox Fishing Stuff tackle organizer for my Dodgers. Works really good. I'm gonna try to pick out a winner. Joanne's sleeping in this morning, so it's gonna be just me. I'm gonna run one line off the downrigger to start and one line off the leaded line. And we'll do a little exploring, see what the fish finder has to say, and go from there. Maybe start out with the old goat. This one has got green as the primary, and then it's got orange tip. These old goats have been working really well for kokanee and trout. My son and I were on Fishkin Reservoir in Montana and got big trout off of these old goats, 20, 21, 22 inches. They are effective. Can't forget the corn. I almost forgot the corn. I do like to put a piece of corn on my old goat. I'll put a piece on each hook. Doesn't seem to affect the action at all, but just one piece of corn. Nice thing about this lake is being here on the pier at Liar's Cove. Just going to fire up the kicker, and it's just a couple minutes out there into the middle of the lake where the kokanee are. Get our net. If you can, get yourself a rubber net. It's going to save you a lot of time and grief. Okay, with the water down, it's a little more challenging to find the deep hole where the fish are. This lake is oval shaped, and that middle part of the lake is the deepest trough, so that's where we're going to be hunting for these kokanee. And I see one on the screen right now. The gear I'm using today is Okuma reels. I've got the new cold water reel on that rod, and I've got an old standby Magda on this rod. I've got a Lamaglass over there, and on this rod I've got the Budget Eagle yellow rod. I'll tell you what, for 20 bucks you can't go wrong. I'm not a rod snob. Whatever works is fine with me. So we're going to let out two colors to begin with on this guy. A color is about 30 feet. There we go. I let it out to the tip. That's how I count my distance. Okay, we're in action. All right, there we go, our first fish. On the old goat with the leaded line. conditions are actually kind of nice. There's a bit of a chop on the water, and that's making the boat go fast one way, slow the opposite way, so the fish are seeing both types of lure action. Oh, got a fish on the downrigger. Gonna have to do some hoisting. Alright, just a little trout. Gonna let that guy go. There we go. That's not bad. Not a bad kokanee. All right. Nice way to start the morning. Okay, so caught this on a little arrow flash dodger. This is a rainbow hoochie of my own. The blade is a Dutch fork custom lure blade, and that's a nice kokanee. Looks like it's starting to get its spawning colors, but that's a sweet fish. Measuring right in at 14 inches. The leaded line actually was a kokanee. It was a small guy, probably about 6-8 inches, so I don't want to target those. I want to get more of those 14 inches. So I'm going to put the leaded line away. We're going to put out a second downrigger rod. There's some nice fish in here. I'm scenting with anise on this, and since it worked, we'll put that on the other one as well. The lake's incredibly drawn down. I'd say at least about 15 to 17 feet less. Instead of a 50-foot deep hole, it was like 33. But hey, it means those fish are concentrating into that one spot, hopefully, and we can pound on them. There you go. There's the scent flash in action. Notice that that strobe effect when the sun hits that flasher. The other thing I want you to make note of is I've pulled my release up a couple feet from the scent flash so that your line doesn't get tangled up in the scent flash. So you got to have separation there. Boy, that was just a faint little bite. Oh, look at this. Ha! Well, kokanee gear will catch just about anything. Look at that. Smallmouth bass. He's going back. So behind me is the earthen dam for the lower lake. The upper lake has the same kind of earthen dam on it. There's a deep slot. And we're coming right along here. There's a deep slot that's about 5 to 10 feet deeper than the rest of the lake. I can't say it's been holding more fish. We've caught our kokanee scattered around. I can't say it holds more fish than the big flat area that we've been going over. We've been catching fish all over. They're sporadic. Conconully is such a neat place. You're coming up off of the desert. It's all dry, sagebrush, no trees. Suddenly the hillside starts popping with trees. It's really quite beautiful and very secluded. It's a 5-hour drive from Seattle, which is a bit of a stretch, but to get away from it all, you gotta go a little ways, right? and this is worth it. This is God's country up here. I love to visit Conconully. It's just a beautiful place to come. There's great fishing, outdoor activities, and I got to visit with Annalisa, the owner of Liar's Cove. Let's hear what she has to say. We're visiting today with Annalisa Bussell. She's a co-owner of Liar's Cove Resort up here in Conconully. And Annalisa, we love coming here every year. It's a beautiful destination, and the fishing, as always, can be stellar. This year, for a contrast, the fish in the lower lake have gotten bigger, haven't they?
Absolutely, and we do make sure that we stock the lake, and quite often what we'll put in is 2,600 of the kokanee in the fall, so they have time to grow, and then another 2,500 of the trout in the spring, about May. And it's great to watch those fish come up. We see the little kids to the first generations that have been coming here catching fish, and it's great to see the families do that.
You know, the upper lake has often been the lake to go to for the bigger fish, 15, 16 inches, and the lower lake, the kokanee we're talking, have been running around 12 inches or so. 2 years ago we were here. But this year it's definitely different. So if you want to get those big fish, you don't necessarily have to go to the upper lake. You can get them down here.
You can, and as I mentioned, we put them in September. It gives them a lot of time to grow, and we've seen some 15, 16-inch kokanee come in this year, and we've loved seeing it.
Another nice thing is, if one lake isn't fishing hot on a given day, it's just 5 minutes to the other lake. So it gives anglers a real opportunity to pick and choose and fish both lakes that are so close proximity. And something new this year, you were telling me earlier, you've got boat rentals.
We do. So we've started actually taking boats to the upper lake. We'll take it up there, we'll dock it for you, and you can go and fish as much as you want. And then if you'd like to come down to the lower lake, we have our flat bottom fishing boats down here also.
Another new thing, in addition to the cabins and the RV spaces and the tent spaces you have, you've got a beautiful new cabin to rent out. We
do. We built Edie's cabin. Edie has been coming here for a long time, and her cabin's been here for about 25 years. So we gave her a call and told her we're going to replace it and build a new one, and it sleeps 10, and it's got a great view and a big deck, and wonderful kitchen, and a great place to sleep for the night when you're done fishing.
My wife Joanne and I walked by it, and yeah, it definitely looks really nice, sparkling new, and a great view of the lake, and you're just right there at the beach.
Right there. We'll let you stay there next time.
Oh, excellent. I'll need to find 8 of my closest friends to join us.
Exactly.
Well, Annalise, thank you so much for visiting with us, and
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us here at Liar's Cove Resort.
Well, we always love having you, and thank you all. We look forward to seeing you here next summer.
Hey everyone, we're back. We're at the upper lake now, and this lake's a little different from that lower lake, which is more circular in nature. This one is long, it's got a deep end on either end, and the shallows up in the middle. There's some great kokanee action up here to be had. Big fish in the last few years have come out of Conconully, the upper lake, so let's see if we can get into a few of those fish. Well, I'm marking a lot of fish, but they're not biting, and I'm a little worried that big old full moon behind us has something to do with it. There we go, fish on. Fish on. Oh, you come on. There we go, fish on. All right, this is a nice fish. Oh yeah. Oh no, don't come off. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. Just waiting for these fish to wake up. Oh! Oh my God. Lost at the boat. All right, I switched up, trying something a little more aggressive. I've got an Elgin's pink. First fish on of the day. Well, we had a bite on that one. Well, we got one. It's the little class. Gonna hoist them. Oh, actually not too bad at all. That's trout. He's gonna go back. Oh, there he is, fish on. Ha, he came back for it. Come on, fishy. All right, that's a nice Coke. There we go. It's not a nice Coke, it's a nice rainbow. I'm not keeping the rainbow today, so we'll gently release them back to the wild. I have a knotless net, and you're gonna do a safe release. You want to try to avoid touching that fish if you can. So I released the hook with the pliers, and off he goes. There we go. There we go. That's got to be a Kokanee. Oh yeah, that's a Kokanee. Ooh, nice. Nice Kokanee here. Wow. Oh, I'll tell you what, this fish is fighting hard. Took all morning to get a good fish. Not in the net yet, so can't count my chickens. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Wow. Holy cow, what a fish. Oh my God. Check that out. Look at that fish. Man, oh man. Check out this Kokanee. This is 18.5 inches. Is that a beautiful specimen? Or it's the lure that caught the fish. This is a new lure from Old Goat. Double spinner for Kokanee. And man, did it produce. Look at that fish. That is a beautiful Kokanee. This is the upper lake. Like I said earlier, they tend to get a little bigger up here. But Man, oh man, that's going to be some good eating. What a fish.